Hello, Cherie Hansen here. I haven't been very visible in the last week, not writing on my blog, not posting on Medium, or missed out on another meditation on Thursday night, which I apologize for. It's happening this coming Thursday, promise. I would like to invite you to that, 7 p.m. on Thursday night for about 20 minutes. Sorry. And the YouTube channel, which I'm going to post this on, I would invite you to come there and also follow my videos. I have been posting them for a number of years, just being very, very open about the process of trying to achieve balance and mindfulness in my life. Notice the word trying, not always there. So for the last week, I had an unusual bout of migraines, and I think it was, have you ever seen the death by bricks in movies? You put a board on top of a person and then you put one brick after another until they're just crushed. And that's what my head felt like. And I think it was a result of personal concerns about family members and also being in a place where I felt called upon, as I always do, to report major news events that are happening in real time. I will go and look at them from various sources, and then I will do little short clips of information for people. And I'm very, very careful of my sources, and I also watch my mind while I'm doing that. Why I watch my mind is because what I am seeking to do is to not get into emotional spikes. In other words, screaming inside my head, nasty, hateful, reactive things, keeping myself back and calm and simply presenting the information. And I checked myself, and I just kept saying, I'm not really feeling a lot of rage or anger. I'm not really feeling defeated or full of grief. I'm just in a place where I'm observing it. But I have been struggling with migraines, and from my studies, I know that migraines are suppressed rage. So I'm not a good example of anything at this point. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is the conversation I had with a very, very sweet clerk in a grocery store as I was going up and down the aisles. I asked him where something was, and then I asked him where something else was. And then when I got to the third aisle and he was there, I asked him if he'd seen my mind. Is there a section of the store that has my mind on it? Because it's obviously gone. And he said, I'd have to check on that. I'm not really sure. So he was up for joking, and it was very cool. Then we had a conversation in which he explained to me that his wife is a frontline worker. She is dealing with very severe COVID cases. And what he was saying is she's really finding it traumatizing. When she comes home, she says the amount of pain that she's experiencing in the patient she's dealing with is just gut-wrenching. And so we got into a conversation because I just finished a book on long-term studies that they have about vets who have been through really nasty wars and the various treatments that they have given them. There's talk treatment, there's long-term therapy, there is reenactment therapy. But the one they found lasted the longest and had the best effect was doing yoga. So I mentioned that to him, and he said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, I just got through reading 10 years of studies on that, and they find that yoga practice can actually reset the mind and the body." So he was so excited, he came up off of his heels. It's like, oh, he found something that could help his wife. And then I started talking to him about breath work and gave him Wim Hof's YouTube address so that they could go there and look at that and deal with it. And I walked away kind of ruminating about the way that I'd been beating myself up lately. Why are you so sick? Why are you in so much pain? You're useless. I don't want to play this whole tape for you because you're going to get really bored. But it's the old story that a workaholic tells themselves about if you're not working at something, then you're not of value. And I could see that I was once again back in that headspace. I thought to myself, you felt awful last week and you laid down and you took care of yourself. So that was the thing of value that I did last week. And here I am sort of stumbling through the ashes of my burnt out dreams. This is a dystopian scene all in grays and sepia, and I'm just stumbling through what's left of the bombing. And I had this amazing conversation with a man who was seeking for a way to help his wife. And I'm like, oh, I know this. I've been sitting home reading this for months. So I walked away feeling so good. And I came back to this statement that I keep trying to keep in mind, and that is, we serve in the way that comes to us to serve. There are moments that appear in our lives where there's an opening. I call it an opening. And it is a place where you know for sure that something you know or do, or just the energy you're bringing, is helpful to other people. And when I keep in a state where I am trusting that these moments will come, I will get to a place, somebody will be there, I will have the first aid kit, I'm a paramedic, and I don't need to go out and look for various ways to help people. They arrive and they come to me. So I just want to share this with you about how so many of us are feeling at this time. And I'm having, I have quite a few clients that are telling me the same thing. It feels as if the path has disappeared and we're now lost. It may be an overgrown rainforest or a bog, or it may be going up a hillside that doesn't have a path. We're into the dig deep stamina place with dealing with COVID, climate change, political upheaval. And I keep coming back to the idea. I saw a beautiful movie the other day, and it said the word Islam means surrender. And oh, it's so beautiful. If we can keep our minds in a place where we understand that just by surrendering the desire to control, it actually opens us up to serendipity. It's not on a map. It's not where you've been before. It's not predictable. but it's beautiful. So I'm sharing this little reminder that I got today as I stumbled up from my head-crushing week-long migraine. My son gets them too, and he said he'd ask his wife many times to come over and suffocate him with a pillow. He says, don't expect my wife to come and put you out of your misery, because she just won't do it for me. So take care of it yourself. That's what we're doing. One thing I know for sure: surrender, starting over, letting go, and really honestly congratulating yourself for the knowledge, the gains, the wisdom that you're gaining as you go. And that's how we survive this emotionally. Thank you very much for listening. I appreciate it. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel or my blog at SherieHansen.com. I have Thursday night breath for getting rid of snaky energy, all the demons and the bad stuff. And we're going to blow it out, and we're going to bring in trust of the universe. Thank you.